On this episode, I'm not a lawyer because Ally McBeal? And crazy people shouldn't be realtors, but they do make great ones. This real estate stuff is not easy, so send me your questions and I will answer them. This is the Ask Jason Show. Hello everybody, my name is Jason Piercey and this is episode 57 of the Ask Jason Show. Out of coffee, literally out. Not a damn cup of coffee in the house, Joe. Not a one. Anyway, this is sort of a cool episode. It's an important episode. It's not so much about the process or the act of real estate buying and selling. So we've kind of got a special guest here. There's a little job shadowing high school project. What do I want to do with my life thing? So squeeze in. This is Hunter. Hunter, okay, now get out of here. It's not the Hunter Show. We're going to talk about what my advice is for anybody who wants to get into real estate, if they are considering that. First things first, this is not an easy business. It is hard on relationships. It is hard on mental health. If you're not smart with your finances, it can be very turbulent. So the very first thing I would say is that if you have a predisposition to anxiety or depression, you may want to consult with a doctor prior to getting a real estate license. And I know that that sounds funny, and it is anecdotally a little bit funny, but it's also super true, because this can be very tough on you. I take an antidepressant every morning. I know you would never say it, but I also have ADHD, so I got a few different things going on. But these are very real things, and it's also very difficult on your relationships. If you are a single income family, for instance, the lack of stability in real estate can be difficult as at the start of your career as you're going to build into it. Now, once you've established a brand and you have recurring business and you get a lot of referrals from people who are very happy with your work, then that can level things out. But you're gonna have, I would say the average realtor is gonna go 3 to 6 months and not make a damn dollar. And that's the truth. And it's hard, and it takes a really long time. If any of this scares you, this might not be the game for you. But if you like challenges and you're like, I can do that, you're probably wrong, because it's like an 80% fail rate in real estate. But if you're one of those 2 out of 10 that won't fail and you're not gonna be sucked up by that turnover, then I encourage you to go speak with somewhere between 3 and 6 different realtors in different offices all across wherever your local market is. And then ask them questions about their life, not about real estate. You'll learn the real estate part when you read the books and study the stuff. But if you're doing it because you like the shows you saw on TV, you're gonna be very disappointed. It's kind of like, Joe, I don't know if I told you this, but I wrote the LSAT. I had intended always to go to law school, and I did fairly well. I did as well as friends of mine who are now lawyers, so I could have gone to law school. But then, I'm dating myself a little, then I found out that lawyers don't actually do what they do on Ally McBeal. So I didn't go to law school. That's true. Law is actually kind of boring. They do a lot of reading and not a lot of this, hence I'm not that. Those are some thoughts. After you have met with all of these people and you talk about their lives, because what it's like to be a realtor is a little bit more important than what it's like to work in real estate. Because the work that you do, that's up to how well you build your brand and how good you are at your job. That'll determine the work that you do. You need to know if it's a lifestyle that is worth it for you, because it's not 9 to 5, dude.
Working 9 to 5.
It's a lot of times not even 9 to 9. It gets rough. At the same time, if I want to go on vacation, I don't need to submit some claim or some request to some boss who does or does not arbitrarily design to sign it. I just say, hey, I'm going to New York. Joe, look after my business for a week. So that's kind of how it goes. But we're partners, so we do it for each other. When he gallivants off the idly, I look after his stuff. Do you have a predisposition in your family for mental health issues, and do you have a sturdy relationship, and are you able to finance yourself for probably 6+ months before you make any money? Are you prepared for the lifestyle? And are you statistically likely with your personality profile to be the 2 out of 10 that don't fail miserably inside the first 2 years? If the answers to these questions don't scare the crap out of you, then maybe we should go have a coffee and I'll talk to you, just like I'm gonna talk to Hunter about whether or not real estate is for him. That is all that I have for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in, and we will see you next time. The Ask Jason Show exists so that you can get good real estate related information from a resource that you can trust. Now, speaking of resources you can trust, here's a couple I would trust to work with my mom. Because good enough for mom, I mean, good enough for you.